Okay, guys, we have two objectives today. So our the first aim today is that by the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify different uses of passive voice. Okay, and then I am going to present like a poster of different cooking verbs so that we can work on the matching exercise, part one in the ICFES test. So in that way, you are going to be able to expand your range of vocabulary, okay? This is very important because sometimes you just know like the basic verbs, but it's important to continue expanding your vocabulary, okay? So in that way, you're going to be able to understand different readings about different topics, right? Okay, so let's start by watching the different uses of passive voice. Okay, one of the uses is that when we report a crime, of course, in this moment we are using a passive voice in present tense, right? But when we report a crime, basically is in simple past, as we have here this example, yeah? So if you notice, we have like highlighted the structure of passive voice. So we have the verb to be in past and the other verb in the third column, right, in the past participle. So we have was burglarized, was broken, was disconnected, was found, were led, and was taken. Now in legal documents, we can find also passive voice. In general terms, I would say that passive voice is more used in English than in Spanish. However, we use it in Spanish, of course, but maybe it's more common to use it in English. So here we have an example. So let me just read very quickly like the first sentence. If a crime is committed, a suspect is usually arrested and taken to jail. So then we have is called, is interviewed, yeah, are selected. The other structure there is found guilty, is sentenced by the judge, yeah. So in legal documents, you will find this type of sentences, this structure, okay. Now I want you to check. You're going to have access to this presentation, don't worry, to the link. And here we have like 4 different uses. Recipes is like all the ingredients and stuff you need to follow when you make a cake or you prepare a dish, okay? So for cooking, we use recipes, right? Giving and asking for product information, newspaper headlines, and statistics. So let me present this to you here. Okay, we have this is the recipe, all the ingredients that you need to make a chocolate cake. Okay, but now you use the passive voice when you give the instructions of how to prepare it, how to make a cake. So for example, the eggs, sugar, and butter are beaten, yeah, together. Kevin Fuentes, could you please read number 2, the second instruction of the recipe?
Sure. The flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt are added to the egg mixture.
The way you say it was correct, are added, because in this case, we are using passive voice structure, okay?
Okay, teacher.
So this is the passive voice structure in this ingredient, right? Because we have here the verb to be and the other verb is in past participle, right? Okay, in terms of pronunciation, just to take it into account, these sounds like flower, like to the plant, it's the same, the pronunciation. Okay. All right, Evelyn, could you please read the other one?
The milk is poured in all the ingredients are mixed.
Okay, it's poured and mixed, because if it's past, it sounds like a tea. So, Talia, could you please tell me in the sentence that Evelyn read, which is the passive voice structure? Could you please read that part?
The ingredients are mixed.
Okay, are mixed. Very good. Manuel, do we have another passive voice structure in the same sentence?
Mm, I don't know, teacher.
Remember, in this case, we have the verb to be in present and the other verb with ed if it's regular, or if it's irregular, so it would be in past participle.
Okay,
So
what is the sentence? Sorry.
this one, number 3. So Talia mentioned that this example are mixed. This is passive voice, yes, but we
Yes.
have another one in the same sentence.
In passive is
Yes.
poured.
Excellent. Yeah, Manuel. Very good. Okay, Ronald, the other sentence, please. Could you please read it and tell me the passive voice structure there?
So the passive voice is baked.
Baked. Okay, this
Baked.
one.
Yes, and it is baked for 45 minutes in a moderate oven.
Okay, thank you so much. So if you see, a lot of passive structures are used when giving the instructions of a recipe, right? Okay. All right, very good. Let's continue. Okay, now if you have questions about any product, basically on products, if you take a look at, I don't know, t-shirts, jackets, so all of the products have made in China or something like that. Made in, so it means that, well, it's kind of passive. Of course, we are missing the verb to be, but basically we referred to that, right? To that kind of a structure. So we can say this t-shirt was made in China. So we have here more examples, like this microwave or the microwave was invented in 1945 by Spencer, right? So when we talk about products, we can also use this structure, passive voice. Okay, let's continue with the other one. Now, when you read the newspaper or maybe the news, yeah, on TV, the headlines are those big titles to introduce, or the title, which means what the news is going to be about, right? So we have here some headlines as examples of a newspaper. So London is flooded. The bank was robbed yesterday or last night, right? So I want you to take a look. Of course, this is in passive, but in simple past. Just take that into account. This is present, is floated, yeah. Taxes are lowered. Juan Sebastian, do you know the meaning of taxes in this sentence? What is the meaning of a tax?
I don't know, teacher.
Not any idea? Okay. So basically is, yeah, very good. Yeah, what you have to pay to the government. Thank you so much. All right. Now this is also past. Okay, so I want you to notice that in the news or in the newspaper, we can find also this structure, passive voice. Okay. In statistics, when you find a graph or bars in this case, yeah, and you start analyzing information, you can also use this structure. Okay. So Juran, could you please tell me in the first one and the second one as well, what is the passive voice there? What is the structure of passive there?
Okay, in the first sentence is were found. Were
Excellent.
found.
Yeah, this is simple past.
And in the second is are found.
Exactly. But basically, we have this one, this passive sentence in present simple, in present, right? And this is in simple
In
past.
past.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Okay. So, Juran, is this clear? The
Yes,
different
teacher.
uses? Okay,
Yes.
great.
Very well.
Great. All right. So now I want you to take a look at these different cooking verbs. And why are we talking about cooking? Because the idea is that you are going to prepare or to make a cake or buñuelos, whatever, any dish that you really like, and you are going to prepare it. So it's important to take a look at this vocabulary, also to expand the range of vocabulary. So I am going to give you an example of how to use, again, passive voice in a recipe. Okay, so this is another example that we have here in present. How to prepare. So butter is melted, then it is put into a bowl. Sugar and cacao are added. So basically, if you take a look at the recipe, you have there in simple present this structure, passive voice, right? Is placed, is shaped, yeah, it is put. So this is an example that I am going to give you so that you can do your recipe. Or if you have, of course, the recipe, you need to present the ingredients first. And the idea is that you are going to make a video. You record yourself. First of all, you present the ingredients of your recipe, and then you start making the cake or brownies, whatever you want, a dessert or anything, and you start giving the instructions on your video in passive voice, in this structure, okay? So you start, you record yourself doing it, and you start giving the instructions,
Teacher,
like in
one
this
question.
example. Yeah?
What is poured? Poured? Poured?
Okay, yeah.
No, I don't know.
It's when you have a liquid,
Yeah.
and you have here, for example, a glass,
Mhm.
and you have here milk, a liquid. So the action of putting the milk into the glass, that is to pour,
O sea, servir, ¿sí?
but a liquid, yeah.
Okay. Y shape, what is shape? Shape?
Okay, shape, yeah, shape. So we have here the cake mixture. So we have all of these. And for example, when you prepare arepas, cornbread, right? You have the arepas mixture, and you take a little bit and you start shaping, shaping the arepa, and then you put it on the oven or whatever. So that is to shape.
Moldear, ¿sí? Algo así.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right,
you.
so you're welcome. You are gonna have this. You're gonna have this presentation, and I have here the verbs so that you can have this clearer with some examples of how to use them. So here we have break. Yes, so when you break eggs, melt. It was what happens with ice cream, right? For example. melts. Peel, what you do with the banana. Spread, layer, you have different layers here. So layer, it's a noun, yeah? For example, if we talk about the Earth, our planet, the Earth has layers, yeah? But if we talk about cooking, we can also use this as a verb. So as a verb would be to have different layers on a dessert or something like that. Or here, I think they are like pancakes. So you have here all of these verbs, and you have here like examples of how to use them. She breaks 2 eggs into a bowl. So, Ronald, could you please activate your microphone? And you are going to choose one of these. If you take a look at the 2 verbs, break and melt, you have there some examples, but you're going to say it in passive voice. So how would you change this sentence, or how could you give me an example with a different sentence, but using the verb melt or the verb break in passive voice? How would you do it?
Okay, but I have to say the sentence in past
passive.
or
In passive voice, in simple present, in present.
okay. So
you can use break or melt. It doesn't matter. Choose one of those.
So she is broken 2 eggs into a bowl.
That is active. She breaks. This is active. She breaks 2 eggs into a bowl.
Yes.
So passive, you need to change. What is she breaking?
Romper.
Yeah, but what is she breaking? The eggs, right?
The eggs, yes.
Okay, so now you take that object and you start your passive sentence with the object of the active sentence, right? So 2 eggs. How would you do it? 2 eggs.
2 eggs are broken.
Now, the verb to be are broken. Oh, sorry. Broken.
Into a bowl.
By, okay. Or by her.
Or by her, okay.
All right, thank you so much. Natalia?
Yes.
Now we have the verb spread and layer.
Okay, so
choose one of those. You can
in a
give
passive
me,
voice, yes?
yes, you can give me an example with the same sentence that we have here on this webpage, or if you can think of another one, it's okay, no problem.
Okay, so I think that is a strawberry jam. Yes. Is a spread? Yes, it's our spread. Is by him.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now, Juan Felipe?
Yes.
We have roll out and fry. So choose one of those to create any sentence in passive voice.
Fry.
Fry? Okay, go ahead.
The egg. Is fried.
It is fried. You can say it's fried by him, by her, or it's fried on
By
the
him.
oven. Okay, no problem. All right, Gerson Gomez.
Profe, tengo una pregunta.
Yes.
Entonces en el video tendríamos que salir nosotros haciendo e ir diciéndolo, pues,
Ajá.
voice. Ok.
Yes. Exactly.
Profe, ¿y qué tenemos que hacer? ¿Qué cosa vamos a hacer? O sea,
Anything you want. You can choose a dessert or a dish. If you want to prepare, I don't know, rice with milk or bandeja paisa, anything. That's up to you, okay?
voy a hacer mis famosas pastas que aquí todo el mundo en mi casa les encanta. mis pastas.
Okay, if you are an expert on that, go ahead.
Voy a
You
hacerlo.
can prepare spaghetti, don't worry. Okay. So what about, so Gerson, could you please activate your microphone? Gerson? Galletas ducales con mermelada. Okay. You can prepare desserts with ducales. Yeah, why not?
Profe, ya le escribo a Gerson por WhatsApp a ver qué pasó, si quieres.
Okay. All right. Mateo?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to choose one of these verbs, peel or mix, to create a passive sentence in present.
The mix.
Mix, okay.
The flowers
Uh-huh.
are mixed.
Is, because
Mixed
flower, it's singular, is mixed with ed, right?
with eggs.
With the x, okay, let's say with the x. Excellent, okay. All right, Maura.
Yes, teacher.
We have here, you can use, okay, these ones, chop or slice.
Chop.
Okay, go ahead.
The carrots,
The carrots,
yes, are chopped in small.
into small pieces. Yeah, into small pieces are okay. Okay, great, thank you. Excellent. Now, we have some interesting verbs here that maybe you
Teacher,
didn't
I
know
have a
before.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you, what is the difference into shop and slide?
Okay, all right. Thanks for your question. Now, chop, I can chop onion, right? Onion, like into small pieces.
Sería como, es que tengo una pregunta. Shop
Picar.
sería como picar
Picar
y
como tal.
slice como dividir.
Tajar. Hmm?
Okay. Gracias, profe.
Yeah, thanks for asking. That's why when we talk about cheese or bread, we can talk about a slice of bread or a slice of cheese. And also we use a slice when we talk about pizza. How many slices did you eat of pizza last night or yesterday, whatever? So you can say, I ate 2 slices of pizza. So it's also a noun, all right? And in this case, it's a verb as well. Thanks for your question, Evelyn. And so basically you have all of these verbs. The verb grate, so you grate carrots or tomatoes sometimes. So what I want you to do now is to start thinking about your presentation, your recording. So we have decided with the teacher Hector to open an Instagram for us, for all of us, for this beautiful group. And you are going to have access to it, of course, so you can upload your video there. And we can share in this way all of our recipes. So let me show you.
Profe, toca la IGTV, ahí montarlo a Insta.
This is our Instagram, okay?
Qué cool. Mira, IGTV, porque pues en Instagram solamente se pueden montar, creo que 30 minutos, algo así, no sé, no me acuerdo.
So, all right. So you go ahead, you upload your video here. Be respectful with your partner's job. I mean, all of us, all of you, I know that you are going to make the best effort. So this is just to share the experiences of making a dish or a dessert in English, right? And using this structure, yeah?
Dime que ese Instagram está privado, por favor.
Of course,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's only for us. Yeah, it's private. Yeah, for sure. It's only for us, don't worry. For 11th grade, because Hector's group is gonna be here as well. So you are going, so these are like the steps that you need to take into account. First of all, you present the recipe, okay, with all the ingredients. So for this pasta, you need blah, blah, blah. You present all the recipes, the ingredients of the recipe. Then you prepare the dish or the dessert, yeah? The cake, brownies, whatever. Giving the instructions in passive voice, in present simple, okay? As the example that I just presented to you. And you upload the video there. This is our password in capital, Diana Hector. And you have till May 7th to do it, okay? So do you have any question, guys?
Pero, o sea, profe, o sea, digamos, o sea, tú nos estás diciendo como que hagamos la receta como escrita, así como la receta así escrita y después mientras lo vamos preparando vamos como diciendo o sea, o todo de una, o sea, como en plan, desde que yo empiezo como, bueno, vamos a hacer esto y lo voy haciendo, o primero pongo así como la receta y ustedes la ven y después yo empiezo, o cómo.
It's important when we have a recipe, it's very important to present the ingredients first. So I want you to present the ingredients. Of course, it's not like to have the paper there with the ingredients, but you can show the ingredients or to have a picture of the ingredients, the list, but you need to mention them. You need to read them, okay? So read the list of ingredients, and then you start doing it. You start making the cake or whatever.
Okay.
Profe, una pregunta.
Yes. Juan Felipe.
No sé si se puede hacer como, digamos, como esos videotutoriales de cocina que en vez de dar mostrando la lista, van diciendo el ingrediente y lo van mostrando a la cámara. ¿Se puede así, no?
Yeah, sure. It's up to you. Yeah, no problem. But with your voice. I mean, what I want you is to hear your voice, right? So you can present, you can focus your camera on the eggs, but in that moment you say, okay, for this recipe, you need 3 eggs or whatever. You can show in that way the ingredients, but you have to use your voice to do that, right?
Okay.
Teacher, so do we have to post the video in that Instagram, like in that account? Okay.
Yep. That's why I'm giving you the password so that you can have access.
Chicos, ¿alguien sabe alguna aplicación para editar videos para celular?
Fran, in short,
Bueno, escríbanlo en el grupo, se los
In the
agradecería
chat,
mucho.
or
O en el
on the
chat,
chat.
porfa, gracias.
Ajá.
Tan lindos.
Okay, guys. So
Profe, ¿para
that's
cuándo
for
es?
next week. Look, we have it here,
Oh.
May 7th, next week. I am going to upload this file so that you can have here, this is the session 1, the last class. This is today's class, okay? So you can have access to the cooking verbs, the presentation, everything. And also the task, because you are going to receive a score, a grade on this, okay? So I'm gonna upload it to Santillana right now. Okay, guys, have a nice, if you don't have more questions, so have a
Teacher,
nice day.
Teacher, this is the only activity of this class? No more
Yeah.
activities?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
teacher.
Bye,
Para
have a nice
cuando-
day. Excuse me,
Bye,
Mateo?
teacher.
Thanks, teacher.
¿Para cuándo es?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher. Thanks.
You're welcome.
teacher,
Bye,
I have a
teacher.
question.
Bye.
Teacher,
Yep.
teacher.
Yes. Juan Pablo.
Two questions. First,
Okay.
es que no, es voy a decir en español, es que Instagram creo que solo deja subir 30 segundos. ¿Ustedes toca varios videos? ¿O adecuarlo a 30 segundos?
We need to take that into account. Let's try to, because I know that when it's longer, well, I haven't done it before, but when it's longer, it's what Juran was mentioning.
Profe,
that
se
it's
puede
here,
editar
right?
cuando es más de 1 minuto, que es lo permitido así como en
Exactly.
presentaciones normales.
Exactly. Juan Pablo, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes? Here, in this part. Juran was mentioning here that you click there and you start doing it in that section.
Oh, ok.
Okay?
Y segundo, que perdón por haber llegado tarde, que tenía problemas con mi internet.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, teacher.
You're welcome.